Hey, everybody, welcome to another week of the Broken Port Podcast. We've got tech, we've got humor, we've got Josh.
And I'm like, Intel, let's burn this mother down.
Broken Port Podcast, where something's always getting broken. Maybe it's an ego, maybe it's a piece of tech. You never know, but you have to just tune in and find out. This week, we've got a bunch of good stories for you. A little bit of AI computers, iPhone Sweet 16, along with NVIDIA in the news again, and some other fun stuff. You're just going to have to tune in to find out. Welcome to the Broken Port Podcast.
Let's do it. Hey, Mitch, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good. How you doing this week, man?
It's a week. It is indeed a week.
It's a week for me too. Oh man,
It's
been hot.
Yeah, you've been going through a little bit of a heat problem there, eh?
Oh yeah, my work now. I'm outside. I'm in trucks. I'm doing all kinds of stuff.
I must say
Sweating.
you've been getting color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got some color, getting some color, losing some weight. I think so.
Vitamin
Try to
D.
keep that going. Vitamin D for you and me.
What's new in your tech life?
So this week I realized that in my journey to save up for a CPU, I'm actually close to affording a GPU. So I think I'm going to do that first. Right now I'm between the 4070 Ti and the 4080. They're really similar, so I don't know which way I'm going to go right now, but I'm looking at both. But yeah, I think it's going to be the better move to grab that first because, again, I'm doing AM5 platform, so I want to wait for kind of things to fizzle out a little bit and like the drivers to get themselves up to snuff, and then I can pick if I want to go with 7000 or 9000 series at this point. What about you?
Well, all your talk has gotten me a little bit of keeping up the Joneses in my psyche. And the 37X it's chugging. I will give it that. It's putting its work in. But
It's still a good CPU. Like, it's
yes,
not horrible.
if your aim is for PS4-esque gaming, maybe a little more than that, I would say. But no, I love this thing. Don't get me wrong. It's been great, but I am looking forward to the future. And I forget that channel. It's too bad I don't remember it. Maybe next week if I remember it, I'll shut them out. But it was like good GPUs to buy in August, and it went through all the different price breakdowns. And there's one GPU I really want, but I want it for a little bit less. And that's the 4070 Ti Super, because that's the first NVIDIA product that comes with 16 gigs of RAM. I'm doing the 8 gig RAM life, and like every higher end game's like, yo, workers are maxed out, bud.
Yeah.
Like, we're going for lunch. And we're getting beers, so see you in like 4 hours.
Yeah. I know that's the thing that's creeping up now, right? Is the
The VRAM usage.
The VRAM. The VRAM is because the 3070.
I don't care about this. Sorry, go ahead.
It's good. It's good. The 3070, but yeah, you get hit with that VRAM usage and you're out.
Because I don't care about this frame generation. I don't care about AI, whatever have you that they're up to. Neat, cool. My bud will go like, Mitch will make use of that, but I don't care. I just want more headroom. So that's what I'm thinking. And right now on sale, you can get it for like $1,200 plus tax. That's CAD, not USD. So I'm thinking 50 series is coming out soon. And of course, they'll come out with the 5090 first and then the 5080. And they'll slowly tear down. But I'm thinking Black Friday's around the corner. Boxing Day is not too far away if something comes up and I can't afford it. So maybe hold off. And maybe I can like squeeze some frames out of the system if I replace the CPU with the newest AM4 product, the 57X3D. You have interesting thoughts.
Well, because if you're planning within the next couple years to get an AM5, then I would say just wait and save up for it. And you mentioned Black Friday and stuff, then whatever you're going to put towards that CPU, then give it like another Black Friday's in November, right?
Yeah.
So if you save up for 2 months now, because it's basically September in a couple days, if you save up for 2 months, then see where your like CPU budget's at, and you might be able to get some sort of bundle deal on Black Friday and get yourself an AM5 platform.
Maybe,
if you just get, because you don't need an SSD, right? You already have that, so you would just need CPU, motherboard, RAM, and RAM is always like getting cheaper.
Yeah.
RAM's not a big expense. You know what? Here, I'll say this on the podcast. If you get an AM5 platform, if you get the CPU and the motherboard, I'll buy you RAM as a welcome to AM5 thing, because then we'll both be in the same platform. I'll buy your RAM, but I will pick the RAM. It'll be good, but I'll buy your RAM.
32 gig white RGB. No.
So I'll get your RAM.
That is a little bit of a carrot, you know.
I gave you the push to get your first PC, so I'll give you this push to go to the next platform.
Push? Gun to my head? Both. He literally called me like, I bought you a PC. You can take a year to pay me back. Bye. I'm like, oh, I never received a gift before. I don't know how to. Anyway.
So Josh and I live about 4 hours apart. I think he was at my house like the next day to pick this thing up. It was just like,
I wanted to show appreciation. I didn't want to like just like collecting dust at your place.
So it was good. And now here we are. Look at that. A couple years later, now we got a tech podcast.
Look at us. I
would say
don't
it was
know what I'm talking about.
worthwhile investment for both of us.
So yeah, that's because I want this system to be given to my daughter, but she's 9. I don't know if I want to overload her just yet.
Yeah, so see, there's another thing. Then you don't have to buy her as much of a system because you've got that already.
Yeah.
So then she takes the old AM4 setup. That's gonna do Minecraft just fine. And then there you go. So you're saving in all these directions, man. I just got your back, and I got your RAM.
So
maybe I'll just buy the RAM randomly on sale, and I'll just show it to you like one day. I'll just be like, oh, by the way, your RAM's here, eh?
It's waiting for your system.
Whenever you're ready.
White RGB 32G. No. Yeah, they're actually on this new game right now. It's called she's got my wife into it, and they want me on it as well. It's called Core Keeper, and it's Minecraft meets Stardew Valley meets D&D like bosses.
Oh yeah.
I'm not much of this cozy gamer. It looks kind of fun.
That sounds like a pretty good mix.
I have yet with that. Yeah,
I have yet to try Stardew Valley. It looks up my alley, but I've just and I think I've downloaded it on like different platforms, but I've never actually played it.
Never played it.
I think I've played like maybe 40% of my Steam library.
Wow, that's huge.
But my library is not crazy big, but 40%, maybe less. No, probably less than 40, maybe like in the 30s of percent.
When I see a game that's like 90-ish, 85% off, like if I'm somewhat interested in the genre, I might be clicking it.
Oh yeah, it might as well be free.
Yeah.
When you get games for like $10 or less, and it's like, oh, I heard of that before. I wanted to try that. It's just like it's not even in the cart. It just goes to store, library. You just skip that whole cart phase mentally. It's just.
I think my most played game is like Lethal Company. It was like an $8 game, not on sale. I
haven't tried Dave the Diver. I gotta get Dave the Diver.
Seems like a great time. Swears by it. Justin.
Yeah, I gotta try it out. I'm sure that's gonna be a game that I get into.
Will you eventually get a handheld?
Yeah.
That is a handheld game if I've ever met one. Yeah. It's a Steam Deck game for sure. All right.
Okay.
Next week, Steam Deck 2, Mitch's Revenge. What do we got on the pod docket today there, Mitchell?
All right. So the first thing that we're going to look at is as Josh has entitled it, shipping AI-powered computers. So what's the percentage that they said shipped of AI-powered computers in
14,
Q2?
14% of global shipments. Yeah. Wow.
So AI-capable PCs. Now listen,
This is your Copilot stuff?
we both have like tech knowledge, okay, but I still have questions about this exactly because there's these things that are AI powered, but I mean, my computer is not an AI powered computer, but I mean, I can use ChatGPT and I can use Copilot and I can use these different things. So I have questions that I need to research about what exactly an AI powered computer is. What additional functionality is in here? Does it have to do with the processing, or is it just that
I
it
think
works better
so.
with things like Copilot?
'Cause,
Is it like
yeah.
is it almost like upscaling kind of stuff that's built in? That's what I have to like confirm. And if anybody watches this video and wants to make a comment, as we got a comment on the last video, thank you very much.
Yo, love that. I laughed so hard when I saw that.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Give us a little light on that. Maybe save us a little bit of Google searching, because some things we're really well versed in and other things no,
Well,
not so much.
listen, like, the more this comes up, like, at first I thought this was a bubble. I thought, like, this is the next, what have you. It's going to burst, and there's going to still be people that care about it, but it's not going to be an everyday thing. I'm starting to wonder if, like, this is becoming the new kind of, I Googled it.
Yeah.
In years by, And it says here that it defines AI-capable PCs such as a desktop or a notebook that includes a chipset or a block of for dedicated AI workloads, such as a neural processing unit, an NPU. Mitchell, welcome to the future. It's scary. There's Terminators everywhere. My headset came off.
Beneath the enclosure, you find a CPU. And beneath the CPU, you find a man. And beneath the man, you find his nucleus. So this is the nucleus processing unit.
So June saw the launch of Copilot PCs and Qualcomm Snapdragons and ARM-based architecture. While shipment volumes of the quarter were relatively small due to the limited weeks and geographic coverage availability, the broad commitment of Windows OEMs to adopt these products into their portfolios bodes well for the category's outlook. So AI is on the up, basically, is what this is saying. And I think
I'm
this
curious.
blends perfectly to our next story. So
yes, and just a quick little note. This story we were just talking about is from technewsworld.com, and this article is entitled "AI capable PCs capture 14% of global Q2 shipments," and this is by John P. Mello Jr. So just to share that source there, if anybody wants to take a look at that article for themselves.
Yeah, and later in the article, it goes to talk, is this more marketing hype than functionality? It's a great little article. So we suggest you go read that and come up with your own conclusion, because I won't speak for you, but I'm way too dumb. But I said this blends great with our next topic.
Yeah, so this one from CNN.com. Josh, do you want to give us a little intro on this situation? Something to do with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson?
Yo, chat bot me up sometime. So OpenAI worries that people may become emotionally reliant on its new ChatGPT voice mode. So we got very lonely people making not healthy decisions involving their romantic endeavors.
Very interesting.
It's a lot of responsibility on the companies to navigate this ethical, responsible way. and it is in the experimental phase right now. I do worry that these people who are forming really deep connections with technology that might not exist in the long run, and that is consistently evolving. That's the thing. Like, who knows where this stuff is all going?
Yeah. Another quote from this article just straight up says, some people, this quote is, some people are already forming what they describe as romantic relationships with AI chatbots, prompting concern from relationship experts. So, I mean,
I could use a relationship expert. I think I burned every bridge.
So this is something that's going on.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this movie, Her.
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
No. Maybe we should put that on the list. I should watch that.
Check that out and then we'll see.
I saw Ex Machina and what's that one with Johnny Depp there? It has to do with supercomputing and quantum computing. Transcendence.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that one either.
I saw that one. That was kind of freaky.
I gotta catch up on these AI movies.
You gotta read
or maybe
the news.
not. I don't know.
The AI movies are the headlines now.
I guess now it's just life. These are becoming documentaries.
But this article is from CNN. Take that as you will. It is by Claire Duffy, and yeah, go. Maybe we'll put these in the link below.
Yeah, we're probably reference a little bit more from the articles this week, so we'll toss some links in the description this week.
For now, OpenAI says it's committed to building AI safely and plans to continue studying the potential for emotional reliance on their users and its tools.
So just like anything, it can be if used in a certain way, it can be really good, and in other ways it could cause concerns or problems or worse or whatever. What's worse than a problem? An unsolvable problem? I don't know. But anyways,
a conflict.
Anything useful generally can have a good or a bad use. So with AI becoming so much more mainstream, people have to figure out the best and not best uses for themselves and so on. So we will continue to check this out.
The cat was out of the bag with a smartphone, man. So this great device. You can keep up on your NHL scores, your NFL scores. You could sink your family into massive betting debt by using those scores. You could check your bank account, apply for a mortgage, or you could cyberbully people. Like, that wasn't a very flip-flop, but you know what I mean. Like, what's good for one person could be an evil tool for another. So
yeah, it's true.
I don't know.
Always gotta watch.
I was wondering about this OpenAI guy, but I don't know if this is just a PR puff piece. But this makes me think that okay, maybe there is a human in him. You know?
Yeah.
Because at first glance, to me, he was coming off a little robotish, Terminator.
Yeah.
That's all right, Mitchell. That's enough of AI. I've had it.
AI? You mean Apple Intelligence?
No.
Because that's what we're going to talk about now.
Damn it. I gotta go.
So it's iPhone Sweet 16. But I mean, not really. Because the iPhone 3 had like 4 versions. There was the 3, there was the 3G, and then
3GS.
The 3GS.
Yeah.
Right?
And the 4 had a couple versions too, eh?
Yeah. So, well, I mean, there used to be like a
mid-season refresh.
Yeah, there was like the 4, and then there was the 4S.
Yeah.
So it would be like
6 months down the road.
No, it was the next year. So, but now it used to be like, okay, the 4 came out this year. Now the 4S came out next year. Now they just change the number every year, even though it's essentially the same as what they were doing. Maybe it just markets better that you're getting the new one, like you're getting the 16 instead of the 15. Because, I mean, for me, I would I would more be inclined to wait for the S version to come out. If it's going to cost the same and it's going to be the better version, I would wait and get the S. Now it's like, oh no, it's a totally different phone, even though like not really. But so we have the 16 coming out, and they skipped 9.
Yeah.
So, and there was no 8S.
There's no 10. There was an X.
Yeah. But well, I mean, X is 10. It's like the Roman numeral.
Is it though? Is it? Oh. Yes. Yes, it was.
On behind the laughter. Anyways, so iPhone 16 is coming out. I'm probably going to be getting the 16 this year because I need to get a new phone. My phone, I usually do every 2 years, but this is the third year I've had the 13 Pro. And past like few months, I've been having issues with it, like getting hot. Like depending on where I'm charging it, I'm hot.
Well, what do you mean I can't take off my sweater? I'm hot.
On where I'm charging it, like even like okay, so I use it for the podcast. It's not too bad right now. It's a little bit warm though. But yeah, like I like charge it in the car, and I get home, and it's like, oh, it'll continue charging when it's cooled down to a normal temperature.
Okay. I'll continue in my life when it's down to a normal pace. That's how it works.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm probably going to be looking at the 16.
Yeah.
It's going to be changed a little bit. Like one thing that I really miss, because look, I like the iPhone. I usually just get the new iPhone every few years because it works, it's reliable, it's good. But I really miss the days of like new phones.
Yeah.
There's not really like new phones now. The
technology
iPhone
has really taken it used to be like, now it's kind of.
Yeah, now it's all about numbers and like making sure it's going to sell properly and not taking chances and whatever. And it's like, okay, yeah, it has a camera. We're going to upgrade the camera. And it does this. We're just going to make it a little faster. It's not like, oh, did you see the new phone does this?
Yeah.
Like, there's no, and I mean, I don't know what even they could do that's very innovative because there was room to move. But I mean, just, I don't know. People have to come up with things that are going to excite me about phones.
Yeah,
but anyway.
People, come up with things. Come up with things.
Because like I'm inclined to get a new phone every couple years, not even because I need the newest, most exciting thing, but it's like, no, they also don't even last that long.
Yes, I think there's an element of forced obsolescence. Obsolescence? Yeah. I can't say that word right now.
So it's just kind of like, yeah, it's the thing you use every day. You need it to be reliable, you need it to work, and you got to make sure it's up to date. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and it takes a lot of the fun out of it for me anyway.
I found that, like, I'm having to upgrade. When I had the 4S, I didn't get a new phone till, like, the 6S or whatever. And then I didn't get another new phone till the 8. I skipped the 7 altogether. And 7 is when they had the Plus, the first year of the plus size. And I started getting. I'm a plus size guy.
I got the iPhone 5, then the 6, then the 6S, and then I was kind of sick of iPhone because then I didn't get the 7, and then the 8 came out when it was time for me to get a new one. I was like, well, it's the exact same as my phone now. So I got the Galaxy Note 9 at the time, and that was actually a great phone.
Dipped his feet in Android for a while there.
And you know what? I don't regret that. It was a great phone, but I did miss the iPhone specific things like iMessage and FaceTime and stuff.
Blue bubbles.
And at the same time, I also I didn't have Instagram for like a year, and then Josh was like, "Yo, so like, how do I even get a hold of you? You don't have FaceTime, you don't have iMessage, you don't have Instagram. Like, what am I gonna do? WhatsApp? No."
I completely don't remember that.
Yeah.
You specifically remember this?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that at all. I'm
Josh
getting
was
old.
like, you got nothing. You got no lines of communication. It's very inconvenient.
There was
So
a time
I
where
like,
we didn't communicate for like a year.
yeah, I was like semi off the grid at my Android
Bear
because Josh was very in depth in the iPhone ecosystem, and I also didn't have Instagram at the time, so it was like, yeah, no. There was very limited communication. There was no sharing of like funny things and so on. No.
I think
anyway.
everyone's had their phase of like, all right, social media. Yeah, I just need some time to think.
Yeah. And you know, it was good. I'm glad that I took that break. It was a nice refresher. I think that's good to do once in a while. But, you know, you don't always have the time.
Yeah.
But
What
anyway,
are we doing now?
after the Note 9, then I got the 11. Now I got the 13, and I guess now the 16.
So
But,
the 16. That was a long way to go about it. What's new with this?
Oh, I don't know. It's the new iPhone. It's got probably a better camera and maybe a better battery. I noticed something in here. What was it? There was something about it also not overheating, which is one of the problems that I have.
I have that with the 14.
Oh yeah?
I just charged it on like Apple CarPlay. I love it. I put it in, but it was a particular sunny day. Like they must have been lined up with the hole in the ozone and beamed my phone. The thing turned off. I had to like put it like on the floor to just chill with the AC.
Yeah, there's a line in here. It says, okay, so it has to do with, I guess, the chips they're using. Quote here, this is Forbes.com. What's this called? Forbes.com, and the article is entitled Apple iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus, Everything We Know So Far. This is by David Phelan? Phelan?
Oh, he's Phelan.
I'm gonna say Phelan. Thank you, David, for your hard work. So, quote here, it says, it's also thought that the next chips will double down on avoiding thermal issues and overheating, which briefly dogged the current iPhone 15 Pro. But as from both our experiences, it's been going on for a couple generations.
It's been a while, yeah.
So hopefully this helps with the overheating because, yeah, even just sometimes in your pocket, like, it's hot.
I'm hot!
Dude, I think you're wearing too much pants. Like, less of the pant material.
Oh,
You're wearing too much pants.
see what I can do about that.
But yeah, so any like new redesign?
I don't, like, not much. It says they might kind of change the orientation of the cameras or whatever. Ooh, it's so exciting. It's going to change my life, you know? I can't wait for that. There's going to be spatial video, that gorgeous 3D format. Yeah, sure. It's basically like, I don't know. I didn't see anything here that's like very new and exciting. It's just going to be better. But is there anything that stuck out to you with the new specs?
No. It is still probably a massive upgrade. Like, I don't know, what do you call the M chips, the CPU, the central processing unit of a phone. However you reference that, it's going to be a massive step over your 13 for sure, and my 14 non-pro. Never ever do a non-pro. But this is what really stands out to me. That these iPhones will be on sale September 20th with pre-orders a week before. This is around the bend.
Yeah, this is in like a few weeks.
Yeah.
So
sick.
All right,
we're
let's
getting
go.
new phones soon.
Oh yeah.
Tip for you. Tip for everybody listening. Check your work, especially if you're a union worker or you're in a big company, you're not like a small company. Check if there's a like phone plan that comes with like a benefit that comes with you just working where you work. Because I have one where like it's a reduced bill and it's a reduced upgrade path. So it's like an extra 20% off of whatever deals TELUS has.
Hmm.
So check what you got in your life. Do some
I'll have to
research.
look into that.
Don't just let life live you. Live life.
Don't let life live you. That's
Moving
good,
on.
Josh. Very good. Okay, so on The Verge, we've got Antonio G. Benedetto, and this has to do with Razer's Wolverine V3 Pro. This is a $200 Xbox controller, $200 USD, so that's about $270 Canadian or so.
Yeah.
And it's an Xbox controller. Why is it $200?
Well, it has hair trigger lockouts with mouse-like clicks. It has 1,000 hertz wired polling rate on PC. It's drift-free with Hall effect sticks. And it's 2.4 gigahertz, just like every other controller with a dongle.
So,
Customizable paddles with extra shoulder buttons and RGB for lighting. I do like RGB for lighting, but $270. Go home.
So, like, okay, Hall effect sticks. For one, I feel like this is just going to be like the standard soon enough. And I also like now that there's these Hall effect sticks around. It seems like all these other controllers have this crazy stick drift. I don't remember stick drift being this bad. Maybe I just wasn't thinking of it because we didn't have like a term for it before. But
the
I
controllers
feel like,
too were cheap enough that you could just replace it if you didn't like it. If you weren't vibing with it, right?
Yeah. So yeah, Hall effect, very good. It's like magnetic instead of whatever the standard sticks are like. So that, yeah, that's very good. The customizable buttons on the back, I don't know. I don't use those. Maybe I could. See, there's certain things that I like to customize. I find as I got older, I customize less things just because in life, I found that when I would customize things, then I would go and have to use like somebody else's or whatever that wasn't. And it was all like uncomfortable and inconvenient and a problem. And I don't have time for extra problems in my life.
Yeah.
So I don't really use these extra customizations.
Is this marketed to Xbox specifically?
I think it's more of a PC controller.
Right.
But it's an Xbox, it's like an Xbox
for sure
knockoff or Xbox style, right?
For sure. So if it's marketed to PC, I have the dongle and I sometimes use it. But sometimes my interface is like hooked up to that and I'm like, it's 30 seconds worth of work to just switch it over, but I'll just plug it in. 90% of the time, I'm just plain plugged in because I'm 2 feet away from my PC. Now, if your PC is like in a closet and you're trying to you got those people that don't want it to be loud because they're rocking 4090s and Ryzen 4 millions. That I get. Yeah, sure, you need wireless, but 85% of customers are going to be just fine with wired. And if that is the case, then Mitchell, let me show you something that has Hall effect, and it's $63.
And so that's a straight up wired one, right?
These are RGB. It is wired. I will give you that. It has to be wired. But for, I would say, at least 70%, I know this number slowly dwindles down every time I reference it, for at least the majority of PC people playing games, this is fine. You get the RGB-ish. I might pick one of these up, to be honest. And you get the little Hall effect, and you get the sorry, I think I've overstayed my welcome with this.
I think Josh said Hall effect too many times.
Yeah, I'm editing most of that out. Anyway, this is the budget option of Hall effect stick gaming.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of options that are a lot cheaper that are wired, which if you can make wired work, then you can get like a premium style controller for a lot less. So always something to consider instead of paying $200 or $270 on a Xbox controller.
Yeah. But I do enjoy Razer's products. Mind you, I've only had one of them, but it was a home run.
Some are good, some are not.
This slight nitpick, because this is gray, you see there's like a bit of sweat staining. I happen to pick the one headset that doesn't have there's these cool you showed me the website to them.
Wicked cushions.
Yeah, Wicked cushions. This is the one headset of Razer they don't carry. Yo, Wicked cushions. Get on it.
Do it up. Let's go.
Speaking of let's go, what's NVIDIA up to?
They're just doing their thing, you know, cranking the market again, but kind of, maybe not. So we're coming back to Forbes.com again. Peter Cohan's article entitled "NVIDIA stock down after hours." NVIDIA stock down after hours despite Q2 earnings beat and raise. So they exceeded their earnings expectations, right?
Wow.
But still lost on their stock price? Is that what happened?
I think expectations, they beat it by 3 point something percent. I saw somewhere. But they didn't crush it enough. And now now the stock is plummeting, and so is the entire market. Pro tip, right now, as of recording Wednesday, August 28th, 2024, do not look at your crypto portfolio. It's not good. But yeah. But what we have to address is, I'm sorry, like this goes a little off topic of this article, but NVIDIA is 100% a monopoly. Pound for pound, what's the best graphics card you can buy today? Go, Mitch.
4090.
What's the second best graphics card you can buy today?
4080.
What's the third best graphics card you can buy? Now, this is where it's open, but I would argue
maybe at the 4070 Ti,
Super.
maybe there they start to
Even
compete with AMD, with the top AMD card.
Where AMD does excel with graphics cards is budgetary reasons.
Yeah.
But performance alone, NVIDIA's got it in the bag. I'm hoping Battle Mage Intel is a huge success.
We'll see.
That's the best thing that could happen to this industry is Intel be like, oh, that's cute. We've been making processors since you weren't even existing, and they pull off some kind of miracle.
Hopefully the Intel GPUs take off. But on an interesting side note for that, there's also been rumors that NVIDIA is going to start making CPUs. So
what?
Intel's going to come into their territory,
I did not hear that.
and then NVIDIA is going to come into Intel's territory.
Where'd you hear that?
If there's, it's been around. It's been around in the news.
Oh damn.
Yeah, man. So,
Dyslexia.
because technically NVIDIA already does, because like they make SoCs, like the Switch has a NVIDIA system on a chip. It runs on NVIDIA, right?
Now the PlayStation and the
CPU
Xbox, they're AMD, right?
Yeah. So the new Nintendo is also going to be running NVIDIA. So they already kind of are in there, but they're not x86 chips, which is like the standard, like AMD and Intel are x86 chips. They're not ARM chips. They are, I believe it's CISC, CISC, Complex Instruction System Chip. I forget exactly what it is. But then RISC is ARM, and that's reduced instructions. Runs on less instructions, which is like what your phone runs on and that kind of thing. They're a simpler set of instructions, but they can also do a lot. So
I know you're 3 beers in, and you pulling that off the top of your hat. Oh man, congrats, man! Congrats, that's awesome.
So if NVIDIA, I don't know if they would make just ARM chips, but if they went into the x86 market to really fully compete with Intel and AMD, honestly, I would be happy for that. Not even for like, I hope NVIDIA succeeds, but the more competition, the better. So we can have 3 competitors in each. If they're all making GPUs and they're all making CPUs, then good. And you know what? Bring in another one. Let's get Snapdragon in on it too. I don't care. Whatever.
More the merrier.
Let's get these competitors. Let's go. Let's get some better prices. Let's get some more innovation. That's what we need. So yeah.
Going back to this article, so the market's probably in a bit of a dip for the next couple of weeks, I would say. Yeah, but then those 50 series will come out, and they'll be like a $4 trillion company all of a sudden.
Yeah. And it's funny because that's not even their main focus anymore, right? Like, they're still doing the consumer GPUs, but their main focus is like AI and these big like supercomputer things, more industrial stuff, right? So
like, I'm all for like more competition and whatnot, but like, they can't help but crush it. It must be his leather jackets. That's got to be so hot.
You can probably have a new one every day.
All right, Mitch, this is the period of the show where I get to ask your opinion on something about the tech world, or I get to divulge a nugget from your knowledge. Can I have a nugget of your knowledge?
I'll consider it. We'll see.
He's tired. It's a heat wave. He didn't drink enough water.
No, I mean, I think I did, but it didn't work.
Do you bring like a big Stanley with you? You need to have like some kind of thermos.
I have like a bunch of these. So I've got LTT. What's up, Linus? He's never gonna watch this video. And it doesn't work in the truck, so
yeah.
Anyway.
Hydration is key. But what also is key is me asking you a question so we can continue the segment.
Let's go.
Mitchell, in your opinion, cloud gaming, is it?
Right now, it's not it. Like, it has a certain place.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like, hey, I've got Xbox built into my TV, and maybe I can't afford a console, or I don't know, maybe my wife is like, no, I don't want you to buy that because we got other bills and stuff. I mean, look, money's tight for people, right?
Yeah.
Not everyone can just afford a console, even if they want one.
Anybody that has a job in tech lately.
Yeah. So it has a place to be an affordable, accessible way to do gaming. It has issues with latency and different things like that. But I mean, if you accept it for what it is, you can find, good games to work with it where, it doesn't need to be super high response and that kind of thing. And you can have fun. You can play games or whatever, and you can enjoy yourself. To be on like a mainstream to replace like
native
Xbox,
never.
or whatever.
Never.
You know what? I don't know if I would even say never, because there's the lag and stuff now, but if you think about it, even with, I don't know, I'm sure they could work AI into this somehow to upgrade how things work. I feel like, just like, look, we have all like video is streamed, Netflix and all that. They will try to make gaming that way. Maybe it won't work. Maybe it'll always need dedicated hardware. But in like 10 years from now, cloud gaming will probably be pretty legit, I think. Because as hardware upgrades, needs change, things are revamped, I never like to say that no, something is never going to be good, because I mean, that doesn't make any sense. With tech, things are always upgrading. They're always changing. Like, even just like storage, computers used to have like megabytes. Now they have terabytes of storage. And that's just the way that it goes. Tech can always upgrade, and it can always make
never.
things.
never say always.
Well-
Someone told me that, whereas like, okay, this is always the case. No, there are variables. There are variables. And in tech, there are a lot of variables.
There's a lot of variables, but I think for the revenue that cloud gaming could make, there's a lot of motivation to make it work, right?
Subscriptions, yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of reasons why things don't work, like VR, for example. VR has a lot of possibilities, right? But it doesn't sell well.
No.
So that's why VR isn't like everywhere, you know?
Yeah.
PlayStation has some, Apple has their Vision Pro, so all these things, and VR is really cool and people can enjoy it, but it's not convenient enough. It's awkward, whatever. So that's why it doesn't just blow up, and that's why not all these resources are put to improving it, because it's not a huge moneymaker. And I mean, most things could be if you go into it and you devote all that, and like not just one company, but the industry devotes a lot of time to it to improve it for people, then it can. But I feel like let's just compare those. I feel like cloud gaming will take off and be more efficient sooner than VR will be massively adopted.
Oh, hot take at the end. Damn. Mitch with the hot take, and you said you were tired and had 4 beers. Not
Every time
buying
Josh
any
says that
of
I've
it.
had another beer.
That was just water in your cup. Wow. Can I give you a bit of a... It's not even pushback. It's just the other side of the coin now. Because right now you said isn't it. I have a Steam Deck. I also have a computer. And I also have a Xbox Series S. Those later two makes a lot of sense for me to subscribe to Game Pass. I'm not bothering with PlayStation. I don't want to give $20 a month to... How much is PlayStation a month now? You pay for like years on end, so you don't even know.
I
$16-ish.
I stocked up a couple years before they did the price hike, so I just paid annually. I don't remember what it is per month now, but it's probably around $20 or something. I don't remember.
You're a businessman. Anyway, I don't want that extra expense. I can get my gaming done. I don't need Final Fantasy. I don't need Ratchet and Clank or Little Big Planet. Sometimes they just come to PC anyway. But I have a PC and an Xbox, so I get Game Pass. That entitles me to Cloud, xCloud. They were called xCloud, now it's just like Game Pass Cloud Gaming. There's this app on Steam Deck that makes it really easy. You just have to sign in, and then I'm playing NHL from bed on my Steam Deck. Is it the greatest gaming experience of my life? Never. Not close. No. But I'm also... I get up at 6. And at 9:30, I'm a little tired, and I'm all TV'd out. And I just want to play one game of NHL. Boom. It's the ticket. I'm not doing it online. I'm not doing anything super fast-paced like Forza or anything. But for that, Age of Empires, turn-based strategy, it's perfect right now.
Yeah.
You might come up with some, I'm going to throw out a term, you just say no if it's wrong, packet loss, where you get all blocky and whatnot, but then it gets back right up to there. So it's expectation management and contentment for the situation that you're in right now that makes it a good option. But as your daily, ain't it right now?
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's not unusable, but it's not at a place where it can replace a console. It will probably take some time, but I think it could be equivalent to consoles at some point. It'll require a certain amount of infrastructure and different things, but I think it's possible.
And I think the net is over the next decade is slowly going to get faster and faster. There was an MIT grad like a few months ago that found out that you could get like by using different frequencies of because there's wires underneath the ocean and whatnot. By using different frequencies that the internet's not using right now, you can optimize it where it's blazing fast. I've got 1.5 gigs, and I think that's fine. The numbers that I saw on that graph were just astounding. So, like, over the next decade, now there's corporations, there's greed, and they're going to want to ladder this so they get every dollar along the way. But 10 years from now, definitely.
Yeah. No, it's I stand by what I said though. I think cloud gaming will be highly adopted faster than VR.
Yeah, that was a bomb. So that brings us to a specific corner of creation. Create a corner. Who do you got this week?
So this week I would like to highlight PC Builder, PC Builder channel on YouTube with Jason. Really, really good. Whether you're looking to build a PC, you're looking to buy some stuff, you want to know good CPU, GPU combos, what's on sale, what's not, or even just kind of little issues that say like a chipset might be having, or there's recalls on certain cards, that kind of thing. Jason's always really up to date with these things, and if you're before buying anything, I usually check out a couple of his videos because they're very easy to follow, and he's very knowledgeable about almost anything hardware related when it comes to PC building. So if you've never checked him out, definitely check out PC Builder channel. Can't recommend enough.
I like
really
that
helped with my motherboard shopping recently.
I like that, like, because this is 3 weeks ago, but I watched him, I think a year ago, and he had a similar thing, but for graphics card, premium, mid-range, and budget. He's very good at like breaking that down.
Yeah, and it is always really clear too in his videos with like what's worth your money or what's not. Doesn't just say, oh, hey, the best thing is on sale or whatever. No, he'll say, listen, this isn't worth it. Or even though this is higher end, they actually have problems that are this and this. So always really like well-rounded and knowledgeable, and not biased any brand really either.
Yeah.
So always really good to check out if you're looking for anything hardware related.
Well, that brings me to my option, and that is Optimum Tech. This guy, he is the opposite choice of the calm budget PC used part guy. This is like, let's go balls to the wall because content. Anyway, he's great. He's got this sick. He has this video there. He's got this sick video of him in this like ultra like driving sim, like 3 curved monitors. It's like almost a 360 view. It's pretty sick. Also, He's got this project. Now, this is merch, and I'm always careful about like that kind of thing, because like these creators have something to gain when they do merch, but he's doing it well, where this is a mod kit. So see this little thing here? I can't scroll on it or else it'll play the video. But this is a mod kit for I think it's a Razer Viper V2. You take out the PCB, just screw it in, and it becomes a 16-gram gaming mouse. Ultra lightweight. And people are loving it. But like the PCB is exposed, so it looks kind of jank, but people are still like, he sells out every time he does it.
Huh.
But yeah,
that's cool.
He does a lot of monitor. He's a big nerd with the keyboards. He did fastest GPU is now 189. This was the old Titan.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't check out every video. I do have a life, but as you can see, I've been watching some of his videos. It's pretty great.
Cool.
Yeah, so we've learned a lot this week. We've found ourselves along the way.
And lost, and lost and loved, possibly.
If you made it to this point in the video, you're a champ because we haven't asked you to subscribe not once, and we got to get better at that, bud.
Yeah.
I
please like,
I don't want to
subscribe,
pander.
and if you like notifications on your phone and other devices, set notifications to all, because how are you gonna break a port otherwise?
Yeah, and if you have a friend that is into the stuff, if he's a nerd too or she's a nerd, send it to them. That help us out. That all helps out the algorithm. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. But especially comment. We want to react to every comment. So.
Oh yeah. If you comment, we will see it. We will get back to you. Appreciate any of the support wherever it's coming from. And thank you for tuning into this week's episode.
Go break a port.
Break something. See you next week.